Hi, my name is Dr. Rebecca Woodbury. Many of you may already know me as the author of the Real Science for Kids program. A little over 20 years ago, I began writing science books to teach kids the kind of chemistry, biology, and physics that I got to use as a bench scientist. But more than just write a science program, I've also been trying to understand how to create products that help kids learn not just science, but anything. I've discovered that teaching a subject and helping kids learn that subject are actually two entirely different things. I've been fixated on this because in my own experience, I wasn't actually very well prepared for college-level science, even though I made straight A's in high school. The truth was, I didn't feel I actually understood much of the science I thought I had learned. And it really wasn't until graduate school that I finally got it. Science started to make sense to me, and the more it made sense, the more I wanted to learn. Some sort of light switch turned on for me, and I've spent the last several decades trying to understand and to unpack how I went from just making good grades on tests to actually understanding and using the science I learned to make small but new discoveries. From that moment, everything became more interesting to me, and I felt more confident about my ability to learn any topic. So I've been trying to figure out how to bottle this lightning and create a product that helps kids learn better, learn faster, and stay more interested in learning. The RATATAZ science program is my answer to this quest. It is the synthesis of 20 years of my own research and exploration. The RATATAZ program is a subscription box science curriculum. Every month, your child will receive a box with everything they need to explore a topic, to perform a science experiment, and to learn the scientific method. Most importantly, I'm going to teach your kids how to RATATAZ, not just science, but any subject, any book, any class, or any program they use. So what does it mean to RATATAZ something? Well, RATATAZ stands for read, ask, test, answer, and tazzle. Talk, tell, and dazzle. To RATATAZ something means you read a little bit about a topic, ask and answer your own questions about that topic, play a little by tinkering and testing and trying new things, and then talking, telling, and dazzling others when you share your discoveries with them. So, how will this get your kids to learn faster, learn better, and stay more engaged? All right, so let's back up a bit and let me share with you a few resources that I've discovered in my quest to understand how learning happens. These resources have shaped everything about the RATATAZ program. The first book I want to share with you is a book by Bransford, Brown, and Cocking called How People Learn. One key element these researchers found is that kids can better retain and retrieve information if it is presented in an organized and structured way. That is why the RATATAZ series is sequenced for you. The information your child receives is delivered in an organized, linear, step-by-step fashion that will help them better understand and remember the science they are learning. The second resource that has heavily influenced the design of the RATATAZ series is this book, Make Just One Change, by Dan Rothstein and Luz Santana. This is a powerful little book about how teaching students to ask and answer their own questions opens up a whole new world of learning and understanding. Thinking back to the light that came on for me in graduate school, the one factor that changed is that I was no longer required to take exams and answer other people's questions. I was, for the first time in a very long time, finally given the freedom to ask and answer my own questions. So throughout the RATATAZ program, your kids are going to be encouraged to ask and answer their own questions. There are question prompts, throughout the lab notebook to get them thinking and using questions. And during the video tutorials, I will help them think about and explore different kinds of questions. Finally, the third book that has shaped the Ratataz program is The Talent Code by Daniel Coyle. There are a lot of very good nuggets in this book, and I highly recommend you read it if you're interested in learning how talent is grown and not born. But the 3 key points I got from this book and have applied to the Ratataz series is number 1, information should be chunked into bite-sized pieces. This is why each box has an easy-to-read reader introducing one small topic at a time. The second key element is that kids need to have time to tinker, test, dabble, and play to discover their own things. This is why each kit comes with a lab notebook where I give them an experiment to do, but encourage them to play like a real scientist. And finally, the third key point is that kids need to struggle just a bit. So what do I mean by struggle? No one likes to struggle, but real learning actually happens on this line between frustration and boredom, the very definition of struggle. Real learning never happens when we are merely entertained. Learning happens when kids test something, fail, test again, fail again, get a little frustrated because things aren't working, get a little bored because this is hard, get a little confused and wonder what's going on. Then they try it again. They go back and read a little more, have a new idea, and eureka, a new idea. All because they struggled. To encourage kids to push through both frustration and boredom, we are offering a yearly Ratataz Award. This is a monetary award that rewards kids who can show us how they pushed through a topic that for them was quite challenging. It can be any topic from any program, presented in any way. I don't want kids to just think outside the box. I want them to actually break the box. This is where the best discoveries happen. There are a lot of problems in the world today, and we need new solutions. And it's the next generation of change makers that are going to be able to solve those problems and find those solutions. So thank you very much for listening to me. I'm really excited to get started helping your kids learn how to Ratataz.